What's up, losers? Feels weird doing that alone. But what's up, you guys? It's Jake Clark. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you notice, things are a little bit different in this YouTube video. I don't know. I'm new to YouTube, as you guys know, and I'm still adjusting to everything. But I guess I just thought we could get to know each other a little bit better today. I guess we'll get right into it. Anyways, something I've really always struggled with is opening up. And it's not even online, like just to people in general. I don't think I really open up to anyone. I feel like I keep a lot of things to myself because sometimes I guess it feels easier that way, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I just thought today, seriously, you guys, like from the bottom of my heart, like everyone has been showing me so much love recently on my YouTube videos and just everywhere, and it's meant the absolute world to me. I don't think I can even express or put into words. This is something I've dreamed about my whole entire life. And so I guess, you know, I've been reading so many comments from people saying, like, my videos have been making people's days or bringing people joy, and I just want to let you guys know how much joy in return it brings me. It makes me so happy, and I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to, like, finally fully becoming myself and becoming comfortable with myself, and so that's why I thought I'd come on here today and open up about who I am and, you know, who I want to be. I guess what I've just been trying to figure out is why I am the way I am. I think you guys see me in my videos, and I always come across as super outgoing, and I love to have fun with friends. Yeah, but I've never been good at opening it myself, but I think something for me is I want to be there for all my friends. Like, I want to be able to bring a smile to my friends' faces, and I want to be able to be there for my friends. For me, like, human connection is the most important thing. I think we're on this world for such a short amount of time. You know, it really pays to be a nice person to each other and to love one another. And I think a lot of that stems from things I guess I went through when I was younger. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting me to open up about this, but I don't know, I hate even saying it because I feel like so many kids go through the same thing. And I would never want to, like, have my experiences. I guess what I'm trying to say is I recognize how lucky I am for the life I live and the way I grew up. So I guess sometimes I convince myself that, you know, my problems aren't valid, but everyone's problems are valid. Whatever you're going through is totally valid, and I'm here for any one of you if you ever need anything. My DMs are always open if you need to talk. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I guess I was definitely pretty bullied when I was younger. And it was something I didn't even realize or come to terms with until I've been older and I realized my worth and what true friendship is, you know. Throughout middle school and high school, let's face it, I was a tiny little kid. I was pretty annoying, had a high-pitched voice. Kids were always making fun of me. But one day that stands out in particular to me was this day. After school, I was the kid who was always the last person at my lockers. Like, I would always be the last person at the school to go through my stuff. I was a freshman in high school, and it was a day after school, and I would sit there at my locker for like 20 minutes going through my little spiral of homework, making sure I took home every homework assignment. I was a kid, like, I had a big oversized backpack, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget any homework or anything. So I was there after school, and I looked to my left, and there's this group of senior guys and these two girls that are in my grade who I thought were friends of mine. And the senior guys, what did they call themselves? They had like a stupid name. It was like, oh, I think they called themselves like the groupie or something. If you're watching this, any of you groupie members, you guys are clowns. You guys ruined my freshman year. But anyways, I look to the left and I see the groupie. It sounds so stupid. Like, why did I care then? Like, they literally are so stupid. But anyways, they were in this group, like, talking, and they were looking at me laughing. And I was just chilling at my locker. And I finish up. You know when you have that sense inside of you, like something's about to go wrong? So I, like, started, like, getting anxiety. So I, like, just shut my locker, lock it up, and start walking out of the school. And there was no one nearby. And I didn't even see this kid run up behind me, but one of the senior kids ran up. I was just a little freshman, grabbed my backpack, took my backpack, and threw me. And I, like, on the ground, and I'm, like, laying on my back. Like, and I turn around, and all the kids are laughing. And the two girls that thought were my friends were like with them laughing too. And I just remember, I mean, this is not the only time I've gone through, you know, bullying situations. But I just remember, oh, just wanting to burst out in tears, and I did. But there were these two girls, Haley and Emma, and they were juniors at the time, and I think they saw this all happen, and they ran up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And they like yelled at the kids, and they stood up for me, and I remember, you know, I was so embarrassed that they had even saw that, but I do remember the power that I felt from them sticking up for me. It was such a great feeling to know I wasn't alone, I guess, and that there are kind people out there. And so anyways, I walk out of school, I'm a mess, I'm like crying, and I go home and I tell my mom about what had happened. And this wasn't the first time like I had experienced, you know, situations, but I think that this was probably the worst one for me, and it was kind of my breaking point. And my mom was like obviously pissed. Her mama bear came out, and she was like, we're gonna pull you out of school. Like, she was ready to pull me out of school. She's ready to call up the school. Like, that was gonna be a wrap on me in public school. And I don't know, I think we had a conversation, and she's like, are you sure about this? And I was like, no, you know what, I'm not. And I went back to school. It messed me up a bit. I was very quick in my locker after that. I did never want to be seen late after school. And I guess it changed me a lot too. I was a lot more mindful, and I think a lot less of myself. I think like when people make fun of you, you know, you change yourself a little bit, and that should never be the case. Anyways, I went back to school, and I made the best out of it. And then flash forward, I became a senior, and I decided to run for president of the school. And when I was running for president, my main focus was the freshmen and the sophomores, because I guess my whole motto was I wanted to make the school a better place into what I wish I had when I was that freshman kid who was getting shoved on the ground. I guess what I have to say is be the change that you want to see, and that sounds really cheesy, and I'm totally aware of that, you guys. I sound like a clown. But I don't know, I guess we can all be a little kinder to each other, and I just want to let you guys know, if anyone is going through a similar situation, just, you are not alone. There are so many other people. And there's also things, you know, I'll tell you guys more with time. But find people you trust, you guys. Find really close friends or family. Everyone's situation's different. But what I've come to realize is there are good people in this world. And I'm super grateful for that. Find your people. I didn't find my people until I graduated high school. That was when I really found my clique. High school, middle school, it can be a rough time. Kids are mean, let's face it. You know what? I'm sure I was mean at times too. Like, sometimes I stay up at night, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I had never hurt people's feelings or was mean to anyone. I'm sure I was. And if I was ever mean to any of you, I'm so sorry. It like actually gives me so much anxiety thinking about that. I guess I just want to be a perfect person, and that's not possible. So I need to not put so much pressure on myself. And you guys don't need to do that either. I have no idea what I've talked about any of this time. I just want to get a little bit closer to you guys. I feel like I'm always so goofy on my channel, but I don't know. I want you guys to know that it's not just jokes all the time, and there is, you know, a person here too who really cares about all of you guys. Anyways, with that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully all of that made sense. I tend to ramble on. This wasn't even planned. I just was kind of feeling a little bit of anxiety tonight, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use my vlog camera as a diary. Anyways, with that being said, you don't need to be perfect. Just be the best version of yourself. Be kind to others. And most of all, leave the world a little bit better than you found it. Anyways, bye you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you need anything. Peace.
What do I look like from your dark brown eyes?